What's up guys, and welcome back to another episode of the Alolan DataDex with me, TheOneIntegral. And last episode we covered Nihilego, I think I said that right, I can't remember now. But then I offered you guys a choice between two Pokemon for today as a rock type and there was a ground type. It was either Alolan Dugtrio or with Gigalith, and Gigalith won out. Alolan Dugtrio's not having much luck at all. So of course we're covering Gigalith for today. But for next episode we have a battle between two normal type giants. We have Snorlax from Generation 1, and then we have Gumshoos from Generation 7. Now, I wouldn't be surprised if the outcome is what I think it will be, but we'll see what you guys want to see. So let me know down below in the comment section whether you'd like to see Snorlax or Gumshoos, and the one with most votes will be covered next episode. But for now, let's jump in and have a look at Gigalith. Gigalith is number 526 in the National Pokédex, a pure rock type and the compressed Pokemon. It is 5 foot 7 inches or 1.7 meters tall and weighs 573.2 pounds or 260 kilograms, so pretty heavy. It's in the mineral egg group and the male-female split is a simple 50-50, being part of a 3-part evolution chain with Roggenrola evolving into Boldore starting level 25 and Boldore evolving further into Gigalith when it's traded, so be sure to remember to do that. Looking at Gigalith's base stats, you can see its highest two base stats are attack at 135 and defense at 130. Going further then we have health points at 85, special defense at 80, special attack at 60 and finally special defense speed at 25. So it's a very slow Pokemon and obviously it is physically oriented in terms of both attacking and defensive wise. So that's what we'll be focusing on there. In terms of abilities, there are 3 available. The first is Sturdy, which prevents it from getting knocked out in one hit, which could be useful, but then again you have pretty good physical defense, so maybe it's not too useful. It also has Sandstream, which summons a sandstorm when it enters battle, which is pretty good, because of course it can be hurt by sandstorms, whereas other Pokemon can. Or its hidden ability is Sand Force, which related to Sandstorm still, just boosts the power of its rock, ground and steel type moves when it's in a sandstorm, so you can't have both of them, but you can choose one or the other. So the pure rock typing, it's not a very extravagant type, 4 resistances in normal fire, flying, poison, 5 weaknesses in grass, water, fighting, ground, steel, no immunities and taking neutral from the other types. So overall, not a great type really, and in general the rock type is fairly weak, thanks to the lack of offensive moves, I suppose you could say, in my opinion. So it's generally a weak type, but Gigalith can still make good use of it. In terms of the moves you might be running on Gigalith, let's start with some level moves. We have first level 14 Rock Blast. So this is a multi-hit move of course, 25 base power and 90% accuracy in general, up to 5 hits, so technically 125 base power, but it can be lower of course, and more likely be lower. So it's one of the possible moves you could use. We'll look at more later on, so really neither is better, it's just up to you. Then we have a level 20 Iron Defense, so of course you'll have pretty good physical defense anyway, but you can double that with Iron Defense and make it even higher, so why would you not decide to do that? So Iron Defense is a pretty solid move there. Then level 36, it can learn Stealth Rock, so of course, being bulky and it's got pretty good attack, but it's not going to be used flat offensively, so you could use it as a bulky support, and of course Stealth Rock can definitely be used in that instance to set the rocks up and give your team something to deal with. And then the final level move is Stone Edge at level 48, so this is an alternative to Rock Blast. Less accuracy, only at 80, but of course it has a standard 100 base power, so you might miss it sometimes, but at least you're always going to have 100 base power if you do hit it, rather than Rock Blast sometimes only having 50, because, well, 25 times 2, you might just be that time, so who knows. That's that though. Looking at the TMs, similarly for supporting, TM06 Toxic is a possibility, only 90% accuracy, but you can still use it to whittle the enemy's health points down while you tank it all up. At level TM26 we have Earthquake, so another, or second or third I suppose, offensive move here, Earthquake. So going along with the rock type we have a ground type move. Earthquake's always pretty good, pretty standard, nothing to complain about there, good coverage and stuff like that. And then the last TM is TM69 Rock Polish, which of course increases its speed pretty well. So this can be used if you can get Rock Polish or 2 off, then of course you're fast, as well as being pretty physically defensive and physically offensive. So if you're going for an offensive set, Rock Polish is where you want to put all your eggs. The last move we're looking at then is Superpower, which is a tutor move from Oras only. So as always with tutor moves from Oras, will only be available to be used in some battle formats and such. But Superpower, of course, fighting type move, pretty powerful as well. Does lower your attacking defense on use, so you really use it at the right times in battle, but is good coverage move if of course you can run it. If we then move on and look at the set for Gigalith, yes, it's only one set really. It's a fairly static Pokemon. It's, offensively and defensively bulky. Rock Polish, as I mentioned, is an alternative you could look into using, but generally this is the standard set for Gigalith. Move-wise, we have Stealth Rock, Stone Edge or Rock Blast, Superpower or Earthquake, and then Toxic. Sturdy ability, obviously. Adamant Nature, Leftovers as a held item, and then the EVs we have maximum health points and attack, and the last few in physical defense. So the idea here is to be supportive, hence the Stealth Rock and the Toxic. Stealth Rock, you want to set them up because that's your main purpose here, and then Toxic is always good to get off if you can. And then the attacking moves really are just like an extra, if you have time and you're free to do so, why not hit them with a few powerful attacks, but it's not your main crux of the set. Whether you run Stone Edge or Rock Blast is up to you. It also depends on what enemies you're facing sometimes, and you don't know going into battle, but you could find more success with Stone Edge, or you could find more success with Rock Blast. It's whatever suits you best. And then obviously Superpower is the preferred choice there. However, if you can't run it, Earthquake is a close second, I suppose. So that's what you'd run there. Sturdy ability is to stop us getting one hit killed by any special attackers, and also allows us to really get a cheeky hit in if we need to. So someone's set up on us with +6 attack, you can get at least one attack off on them hopefully, so it can be used in instances like that. And generally we're not looking at a Sandstorm here. Of course, if you're running us in a Sandstorm set, you could always run Sand Force, or you could use it to run, set a Sandstorm in the first place with Sand Stream, so it's up to you. Adamant Nature, because there's no point increasing our speed, so we're just going to go all power with that, and obviously the maximum attack EVs. We have Leftovers as a held item though, because we need some helmet restoration. We're designed as a bulky support, so we need to get help with that somehow. You could run Protect on this set as well, for example, instead of Toxic, or instead of Stealth Rock, to balance out sort of thing. So you could Toxic and then you could Protect every return and get them slowly whittling down, or you could Stealth Rock and then Protect every return while also attacking in between. Depends whether you want to play it full offensive, full defensive, or in the middle, hence Stealth Rock, Toxic, and 2 attacking moves. In terms of using the set, you want to go in, you want to set the Stealth Rocks up. You could use it towards the start of the battle to set those rocks up and switch out, keep it for later on. If you're going for a more defensive set, of course, throw some Toxics out, try and survive, I suppose. And I've always, if a special water type attacker comes in, you probably want to switch out, because it's not best for you. So in those instances, just play it safe, don't sack off your Gigalith, because it could be helpful later on in the battle. But that's really it for Gigalith. It's a fairly simple Pokemon, there's not too many ways to use it, so that's going to be it for the Alolan DataDex today. Of course, don't forget to vote for the next episode's Pokemon, either Snorlax or Gumshoos, so let me know what you'd like to see down below in the comment section by commenting either Snorlax or Gumshoos. But for now, this is going to be it for me for today, so I shall see you next time. Thank you for watching, goodbye my friends.